What is up, guys? Long time no see. I know I haven't made a video in October. It's just been a hectic kind of month ever since the beginning. I moved into a new studio apartment at the beginning of the month, so a whole lot of apartment stuff, changing of addresses, and just a whole bunch of different stuff like that had to go on. After that, well, even before that, I blew out a bearing on my trailer for my boat, so I haven't been able to even use my boat in over a month now. So I've been having to fish just like the urban stuff and fishing with, the people that will take me out, which very kind of them to do while I'm down at the moment. And then the last thing is my truck. The ball joints on them are kind of just messed up. So I've been having to juggle a lot of different, adult things. So fishing and content has been put on like the back burners. But today I'm just going to do like a quick video about like slide swimmers, the OGs, and like the new ones. I've been seeing like a lot of questions about how to take off the skin of these baits, or how to like adjust the hinges and adjust the tuning. So today's just gonna be like an OG 250 style kind of day. I'm gonna go through the new style and the old style for the dudes that have either or both. So let's get right into the video. But before we do get into the video, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video. That's Mystery Tackle Box. They've been sponsoring the past few videos that I've done, so huge shout out to Mystery Tackle Box. If you guys do want to get like the MTB Pro Box, like the one that I've got here, you guys can use this coupon code right here to get $10 off your first box with Mystery Tackle Box. Mystery Tackle Box, they just send you a bunch of like lures that vary from Cincos, the worms, the jigs, the jerk baits, the crankbaits, to even swim baits sometimes in some of these Pro Box. I haven't opened this one up yet, so we're gonna take a look inside of this one real quick. So what we got in the box here is, the first thing that I pulled out is a Z-Man chatterbait. It's in like a watermelon red flake color, 3/8 ounce. So you got even a chatterbait just to start us off. They come with, like I said, crankbaits as well. Again, some really nice crankbaits, Lucky Craft crankbaits, and then the Mystery Tackle Box by Lucky John's. Another nice looking crankbait here as well. And then even comes with the jig in this Mystery Tackle Box. I haven't gotten like a jig from them in a while, so it's nice to see that they got some good quality jigs coming in from Mystery Tackle Box as well. And then you have your soft plastics like normal that they always like to come with. So these are the Bio Bugs by Biospawn. So this could be like a pretty good trailer for the said jig, or even that chatterbait that I had there. And it looks like they got like a little drop shot style bait as well. So pretty good box. And then as always, they always like to give you tips and tricks, like a little pamphlet. Also shows you what comes inside the box and the price that you're paying for. And then it just kind of shows you like how much you're saving when you do sign up for Mystery Tackle Box, when you guys do get the shipment of it. Alright, so to start us off, we're going to take a look at the original Deps 250. This is just the bluegill 250 that I've got here. It's just the original slide swimmer. It's not a converted version or anything like that. It's just a straight up slide swimmer. What I want to talk about with this one is how I like to tune the hinges on the 250. So I've seen like plenty of 250s in my lifetime, and a lot of them have different lengths of the hinges here. Sometimes it's further out, sometimes it's closer in. It kind of just depends on how you guys like to fish your 250. I like to keep mine a little bit more turned in, so the joint doesn't have as much side to side. Lately I've been just liking the tighter hinge than the widened version. I think I think the bait swims a lot better on a straight retrieve, as well as just when I do glide it. I feel like I have more control over the bait. You can only do that on the original models with the resin. You can't do it with the new models. I don't know why. That's just how they have it set up. But with the original ones, you can actually mess with the hinges. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that real quick as well. Alright, so here's the bait right here. And so we're going to be looking at this back section here. So we're going to be looking up here, and then as well as down here. So what I've already done with mine, since I already did it, is so this back part here, the skin's actually, I think, epoxy to the actual resin of the bait. So this part here, it doesn't like come off. You actually have to like peel it off. So what you do, I just usually normally use like a little flathead screwdriver, and I kind of just start picking at the top of it here, and then you kind of start working the resin off, but you don't want to do too much. You just want to get just enough to where there's a pin in here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a pin in here on this side. So you just got to get that pin out. So you want to do it to the top and to the bottom. So you just peel it back a little bit until you can see that where the pin is on both up and down. Once you locate that, I normally go from the bottom. I don't think it really matters, but I get like this little screwdriver here, and then I just poke it through, and then I just push, and up comes the pin. This is the pin here. Take out the screwdriver here, and then you just pull out this pin. This is the pin here. Put that to the side. Do not lose that. Bam, your bait comes apart. So you can just put the back section part to the side. You don't really need that anymore. All you need now is this. So this is what it looks like with the hinge design. They're just little screw, eye screws. And so what I do, I get pliers. I'm not going to do it because I've already got it perfect. What you want to do is you just want to start screwing them in and screwing them out. You want to make sure that they're even though. You want to make sure that they're level and they're at the same length. So one's not overhanging too much and one's not too short. So you just want to, I do like full rotations, like one full 360 rotation for each one, going in or out to see how I like it. So again, the way that I will tell if it's good or not is I'll put them kind of just together without the pin going in. And where I like it personally is when this skin flap back here is like halfway to where you can't really see the resin of this. But again, you guys can check it out and like test out where you want it. I also do like this to see how far it goes side to side. For me, I just think that the tighter the hinge, I think the better the swim personally on it. Then once you have it where you want it, just make sure that you line it up. Grab the pin as well. Go back through. Okay, and then you just push it right back through. Make sure it goes all the way down. And then I'll even grab like the little screwdriver to make sure that the pin is all the way down through and through. And then you make sure it's there. If you want to, you can also super glue the top and the bottom, or any type of glue if you really don't want to ever switch the hinge out. I'm always adjusting, so I just leave it there. The rest of the outsides here is epoxied, so I don't really need or worry about water getting inside the skin here. So, and that's pretty much just how I like to adjust the hinges on the original slide swimmers. And again, you guys got to just play around and see how you like it yourselves. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the silent killer. Now this is a silent killer that I converted to a slide swimmer. Now a silent killer, all that it is, it's pretty much the same exact body and everything, but you're just going to add like this big lip on there. You are going to take out this weight that's up here in the front slot, and then it comes with a weight in the tail section that you got to take out as well. So my buddy Don, he did a pretty good video on how he converts silent killers to slide swimmers. I'll leave a link down in the description below if you guys wanted to check out that video. Dremels out the lip. I kind of chisel at it because it's like super glued in there like really well. But I just chiseled off like the glue around the sides, and it just took a super long time. But I liked how clean it came out without anything in there, anything like that. And then to fill this gap, because when you get the silent killer, this weight here, it's gonna be empty. This slot for a weight's gonna be empty. On the original ones, it comes with two lead ones, one in the front and then one in the back for the weighting. But the silent killer won't have that. So if you don't have lead weight already, like I've got a few of these around from, you know, past Deps and stuff like that. You guys can use tungsten putty. I've been using tungsten putty a lot as of recently. I think that's honestly all that I've ever used when it comes to the tuning, like any silent killers that I've ever gotten. It's just very easy to use and mold, and you can get them at your Hobby Lobby store. I got this one for $11, and you don't need a whole lot of it to tune the silent killer to a slide swimmer. And then the last thing, to get out the weight, you do have to like make a little incision. The weight's like this flat piece of lead that you got to take out, but once you take that out and you put it all back together, it's a slide swimmer. And this one swims just as good, almost if not better, than the original slide swimmer. So if you tune it right and you tune up the hinges and all that, the bait swims just as fine. But that's it for the silent killer. That's what I like to do. Alright, so the last thing we're going to talk about is taking the front and the back skin off of the slide swimmer. It's pretty easy to do, but you have to do it the right way. If you don't do it, you might end up ripping the skin on the depths and just messing it all up. But I gotta take the skin off of this one real quick. Some extra flash on. This is my buddy Tony's new style Ghost IU. You guys could probably tell it's super beat up, but I'm gonna make it something a little bit different. But we gotta first take off the skin. So the first step, and one of the most important steps to do, to get at least the front part off, is you got to get it wet. So I just like to put it in the sink for like a minute, 2 minutes, just because it's a lot easier to take off. So I'm gonna get this wet here, 1 second. Alrighty then, so we got the bait wet here. With that being wet, it's just a lot easier to take the skin off. You want to keep that little screwdriver that you used to pull out the pin before. And you kind of just want to start, first you want to start working at the skin. I like grabbing the bottom fins as well as the top fin to start kind of pulling the skin forward. But once you run into the hook hanger here, you kind of want to use the screwdriver, get up underneath the skin with it, work it way up there, and then kind of push the skin up with just using the screwdriver. And then once you kind of have it starting to push up, you want to start pushing on the skin again. Just take your time, you don't want to rip it. And then after a while, you kind of just start working it off. Nice and simple. Just take your time, and bam, you got the skin off. So you got the two slots here, both of the weights go right here. It's the same thing on the original slide swimmers as well. The back section off now, and that's just the blank. That's literally the Deps slide swimmer without any skin on or anything like that. So now time to put some flash on this baby. So we'll be back when I got some flash on it. Yeah, so that's the back. Just got that done. So, and then I'll show you guys pretty much like the finished product when it's all said and done. But it's very shiny. Kind of resembles like the original flash on like the OG one. So hopefully get the front side done, and then I'll show you guys pretty much the finished product of it. Alright, so we got the front side so far on there. Now we just got to get the other side and we'll be good to go. Alright, so there's the bait, front side and back side. So now all we have to do is put on the skin, glue the back part a bit so the water doesn't get in there, and then we'll be good to go. So alright, and there you have it. You guys can kind of see the flash done in there now. Looks pretty natural. I think it looks pretty sick. Yeah, it's on both sides. It looked really money when that sun hits it, but yeah, you guys can kind of see that flash in there. So it looks really good. I like it. Turned out pretty good. And like the flash, you guys can get this flash on like eBay, anywhere. I just got like a bunch of packets, and like I said, I've done it before, and I like how it turns out a lot of the time. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thanks for supporting the channel as always. If you guys have any other questions about swim bait related stuff, like slide swimmer stuff, or just really anything else, just let me down in the comment section below, and I'll try and get back to them, and maybe I'll make a video about them. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, go out there and chase your dreams. One last thing, before my boat actually did break down, or the trailer broke down, I should say, I was able to finally get my first ever cast to catch in my John boat that I have, that you guys should know of. All the other fish that I've caught in it, no cast to catch, cameras weren't filming, but this one I was able to film. Was able to catch a pretty nice fish at a canyon lake on the Mattler's Magnum Gill with my good friend Lorraine, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Need the net?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hell yeah. Awesome. So sick. Phew. That's not a bad one. Awesome. Yes. That's so sick. Thanks for the net.
Yep.
Phew. Nice one.